Hello, welcome to Tabletop CP, where today we will be playing another game of Infamy. Today's game we will see a couple of firsts in the channel. This will be the first time that Andre and I switch sides, so I'll be playing the harried tribes people, and Andre will be playing the Romans. Up until this time, we've just been focusing on one side each, trying to learn those as best we can. And now we will switch, and we'll see how that goes. All of our experience with the faction we're playing tonight is simply just through playing against it up until tonight. This will also be the first outing for our new game mat. This is the Sicily mat from Geek Villain. I was so impressed with the last one we got that I ordered a couple more, and this is one of them. I was saying I wanted one that was a little bit less vibrant, a little more arid looking to represent some of those more arid looking regions of the world, and I picked this one. And it's very nice. It's got the same properties as the last one, very high resolution graphics. It's got the nice weighty fabric that drapes well over hills, minimal creasing, so yeah, very nice. If you're looking for a mat, I would highly recommend Mac over at Geek Villain. Check him out. Grade A mats, highly recommended. Today's mission, we will be playing the Ubique mission. I believe that's how it's pronounced. In this mission, there is a Roman engineering team doing surveys in Gaelic land, and there they are. And the Romans are going to be surprised by the Gauls, who are going to come in and try to destroy the survey party. So the survey party will start out on the board, and the Roman force will start out in a 12 by 18 inch square from the center. The Gauls, on the other hand, will be deploying from one of the long table edges, and the mission is for the survey crew to pack up their belongings, which will take a task roll of 12. They can only activate when the force leader of the Romans activates, and that's it. So he has to order them to start packing up. They have to get to 12 on a task, and once they do, and they're done packing, they have to exit off of one of the short board edges. And they can only start packing up once a barbarian unit deploys on the table. Andre will be bringing in Caesar and his Numidian allies from the book. That is 95 points for the base force. I will be bringing in the Gauls and Aquitani force, also 95 points. So when Andre gets here, he's going to pick his support. 25 points of support. I already picked mine, but I'll just go over both forces at the after Andre's done. We both still also have to place one piece of terrain each and move one piece of terrain each as well. So once we're all done with that, we'll come back and we'll get started. Andre's arrived. He's picked his support. I have wound up being my deployment zone is here. The barbarians are attacking into barbarian or Roman terrain, which is a bummer, as it severely limits what the barbarians can do. So I'm going to be at a disadvantage immediately, because if the Romans know which way you're coming from, that's half the battle for them. Know which way to aim. So anyway, Andre's going to have to deploy all of his stuff in here guarding the survey crew, but before that I will go over the forces. We'll begin with the Gauls. So this is the Gauls and Aquitani list. Our warlord is level 3 Warlord Vallius of the Noble Cavalry. I have bought a supernumerary leader to add to this second group of Noble Cav. His name is Bran. That will allow me to split these guys up and go different directions. We have level 2 leader Covarius. He is in charge of the 3 groups of warriors, one of which is Noble. He is assisted by a level 1 leader Govanji, just to help take shock off and stuff. These guys are the stewards. I'm supposed to bring one each, but with the supernumerary leader, I'm not seeing how I'm going to be very effective at moving stewards along. So I'm just going to bring the main group to go with Vallius. The core force also came with a group of slingers, led by Castonius, supernumerary. With the rest of my support points, I bought 2 groups of Levy and a level 2 leader Tarburnus to command them. So I went with the more bodies. I thought about bringing Brocus the Fanatics, but I thought I would try to do a swarm tactic tonight instead of elite ambushing out of a mob tactic. And that's it. Yeah, so that's 24 points of support and 6 leaders. And that's it. We'll go take a look at the Romans. Here's the Roman force. Strikingly smaller than the barbarian force, but that is always striking to me when we first start playing. But as we've learned, it doesn't take a lot of Romans to beat down a shitload of barbarians.
So I've heard.
Yeah. So our Commander Gaius Farquadius, level 3. He is the Centurion. He's commanding 3 groups of Roman legion. Andre bought a Optio for 6 support points. Level 2 Optio, Lucius Tiberius Superbus. In the core list, he also had 2 groups of Numidians. First, he had Arabio, who are the foot guys, and Syphax, who's the cavalry leader. They're both supernumerary. And he is going to be bringing them in as foot cavalry. So I got this new foot cavalry base from Colin over at Charlie Foxtrot. Really cool base. So we have those guys, and Andre is running in like that. And with the rest of his support, he bought Iberian Catardi, Budar, and he paid for the upgrade to make him a level 1 leader. So it's not supernumerary, they actually have a named leader. And that's it. So Andre's rolling in with just 5. Oh, and he bought a Casparius with the rest of his points, which is a medic, which is this guy here. He is a Vallieric slinger, but we won't say anything. He's a good medic. And that's it. So that is the Roman force. So Andre will go ahead and deploy into his deployment zone, and then we'll start pulling cards. Andre has deployed, guarding the survey crew. He's got a legion up front. He's got his Iberian allies back here and his Numidians right here.
I'm not sure how they get any work done with all those troops right there. But,
yeah, it's kind of hard to survey when you got like 30 guys standing in front of you.
Back off!
But again, my deployment point is here. We both pulled our infamy cards. I'll show you mine. This is mine here. So not bad. Could come in handy.
I'll show you mine too.
Andre already used his. His pretty much said that he could remove one of my deployment points or ambush points. I did not go over that. Since we're in Roman territory, I could put 1 in my scouted terrain, which is this little patch here, and that's it. Because Andre's deployment area was a giant square, and everything within 12. So he had like this giant zone that was scouted that I could not do anything.
Yeah, there's this 12-inch strip or ring around the edge that Travis could use, but there was nothing close enough. So,
but anyway, he did use his infamy card already to remove my 1 ambush point. So here we go.
And mostly that was a courtesy, just so he isn't worried about me doing something to him that's really unpleasant out of the blue.
Yeah, it's not starting out real super good for the barbarians, as our main strength is having all those ambush points in our terrain to come out from, and really makes these guys scared to go anywhere.
Yeah, it's so much harder as barbarians when you don't
when you know where I'm coming from. It's like, oh man, I'm gonna have to really I'm gonna have to do something here. So what do we got here?
We got a blue 5.
Castonius. I'm not gonna bring him in yet, because you can't start packing up your survey stuff.
I can't do anything until you come in, so...
We can do stuff, you just can't start packing up your gear.
Well, yeah, because... Oh,
cool. Tempest Fugit, alright. So do you want to burn a card to move anything?
Gee, let me think.
No, okay, we'll come back.
Alright, back at it, and... Ooh!
Leader 1, that's Gaius
that's
Farquadius. You're red tonight.
What do you mean I'm red?
Let's not get go down that road again.
Okay,
we don't know who we are.
We will brace shields.
Alright, bracing shields, boys. Or raise shields, you mean, to defend against missiles.
Well, right now we're more worried about the squirrels, but okay.
That'd be a smarter move. Hey, it's Castonius again. Okay, actually I'm pretty safe bringing him in now, because Gaius Farquadius is the only guy who can command the survey crews already went. So I think I probably will bring in Castonius. Bring Castonius in. And he is going to fire at the Legion. They did raise shields, so they're going to be -1 to hit. And I am going to darken the skies still, though. So I'm going to be back up to 5s and 6s. But I do have a couple cards in the deck now. 2 hits. And it does reduce you to medium armor. So let's start with this guy there. Is that good or bad? Roll the other one. We'll figure it out.
Shit, I don't remember.
So these guys here. So 5 and a 6. So we took 1 guy down. It's not the leader, it has to be under. And we put a shock on this front group, so
But that was still
good job, Castonius.
quite the stone cast. All right, and
Blue leader
Leader
3,
three.
Covirius. So that's my main group of warriors. Covirius, his two groups of regular warriors are here, and the noble warriors in the back. He did build fervor. We did not burn a card, so they got one each.
oh,
Vallius, my
Who's number
warlord.
one?
That is Vallius, my warlord. Vallius has come in from the deployment zone here, and I just reminded Andre that I have a supernumerary leader, Bran, commanding this group here.
should I remind Travis that breaking up your elite cavalry is always a good idea?
Well, I don't have to do it. I don't have to do it. I have the option.
No, that was humor.
Oh yeah, because that's what you did last time.
When you break those guys up, if one section goes down, it can just crash your morale if
yeah.
one of those sections goes down.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that too. Ooh, whose turn is this?
Dovanji. So he's my second in command of this mob here.
And leader
Syphax.
4.
So that's your foot cavalry.
Foot cavalry.
Foot cavalry. Syphax has moved around. These guys are clinging on for dear life, apparently. I'd like to see that in real life. Hey, hold on, man.
It'd be pretty cool.
But he did swing around this way, so. All right.
Next card.
Tempest. Okay.
So,
All right. You want to burn a card to do anything? Of course, you don't. Oh, you can do something with these
I was
guys.
gonna say I haven't got much. I might have considered it if my main man hadn't already gone. So I'm good.
All right, next turn. All right, next turn. There we go.
Blue 5.
Castonius. Hey,
More targets.
targets directly to our front, man. Castonius. I pulled back 2d6 because I wanted to shoot. I pulled the card out of the hand to flip them around. I'm going to pull 2 more cards, so I'm down to 1 left in my pocket. But I'm going to darken the skies against Syphax and Arabio. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
Damn.
Man, darkening the skies. So 2 each, I guess, since they're 2 groups there
All
together.
right. So
I think they're both in light armor.
the cavalry
Okay, so that's
That's
probably
gonna be a
point of
shock. and it's not dead, is it?
No.
And
You have light armor, so nothing.
Oh.
Just a point of shock on Syphax. So there's the point of shock on Syphax.
and a pile of
blue flags.
cards.
Crazy. Red leader
6. That's a new one.
Red leader 6. There is no red leader 6. Seeing if everyone's awake. Blue leader
That's
4.
like a wild card, isn't it? Then.
Yeah. Tarburnus, that's a 4, right?
Yep.
Tarburnus, that's my levy. Tarburnus has come in here on the hill in the woods, and he's raised all the fervor he can raise. His boys aren't that dedicated, so he's at 3, and that's the max for the levy.
And
Oh man, Dovanji, that's my warrior, second in command on these warriors here.
okay,
Red leader 2, that's
That's gonna be my
Superbus, it's your Optio.
Optio and
The Fugit. Interesting. Now you'll probably have to burn a card to do something.
well, except I still can't
yeah, you can't do anything with your
because that's the
survey
only thing
crew.
I really need to do is
Tell them to start packing up.
dudes.
Right, use 2 flags out of his hand after the Tempest Fugit to move them up to secure his right flank, and then he's moved Syphax and Arabio have swung around this way. And that's it. Oh, the main man. So now you can start ordering those guys to pack up.
Red one, red one.
We can pull the shock.
So that's 1d6.
I think it's 2d6. You got to make it 12.
Got to make a 12. That's not a 12.
6. Sorry, it's halfway there.
But I'm halfway.
And then
I
you got
can
2
pull a
commands.
shock.
Yep.
And I can.
Well, you can move. You can. We'll let you think about it.
I'm pretty
He's just
happy.
going to hang tight. Which is a good spot. He's right. No one's going to get through you to get to the survey crew right now.
Yeah.
Not even close. Okay, next card. Bran. So that's my Supernumerary leader for my
Oh, okay.
cav.
I was
He's
like,
gonna stay in
that's
formation.
nothing, isn't it?
He's going to stay in
You
formation.
moved over there like you're going to go do something.
Budar. That's your Iberians.
There's nothing they can do because
Just hold the line.
they don't have.
Hold the line, Budar.
Do they have flex drill?
Yeah. You could go into skirmish mode if you wanted. You could.
But
do
I
that.
don't, so
Okay, the next card.
where they're at.
That's Superbus.
I'll pull the shock off. Oh, already did it.
Damn it.
Okay, now I'm getting them all.
4. Syphax. Okay, your Numidians. Andre's moved Syphax up, and he's having some hard time controlling the cavalry. Because we're actually really sticking to the movement rules this time, and it's not super easy. They can only move directly forward or to 45.
But the 45 doesn't change their facing,
No.
so the 45 doesn't help for shit.
Well, it does. It's not.
No, it doesn't.
So you would rather only be able to move straight ahead and never at 45? I'll take the option to move it at 45.
Honestly, so far, it wouldn't have mattered at all.
No, he has to wheel. You're
But
gonna-
I did move illegally over here because I came up and
Yeah,
made a turn.
that's fine. But anyway, you can change facing by wheeling, but he didn't do that. So Syphax is having some problems. So next card, Andre. Hey, a blue flag.
Hey,
Hey, look at that, a blue flag, all right? And next card. Blue leader 4, Tarburnus. That is my levy. Tarburnus, he's gonna eat one of his
fervor.
fervors by not
Which,
moving. And he's already maxed at 3, so we're just gonna drop one and we're just gonna hang tight in the woods.
And this is why my guys need different names.
Yeah.
He never would have done that in decades past.
Yeah, me and Andre agreed that we're going to give, when we switch sides, we're going to have different names next time. So is that red?
Blue 5.
Blue 5, oh, Castonius. Castonius is just turned, and we're just going to sling at Syphax, not darkening the skies. I want to keep that 1 in my hand. I still got 2 hits. So darkening the skies would have got me 1 extra. So do Syphax. Oh. Okay, high is
I was going to call that cavalry.
Okay,
which
so
totally sucks because
one dead cavalry. Yep. So Andre did lose 1 horse. Man, Castonius has killed a legionnaire. He's killed a Numidian cavalryman.
Oh, those slingers are a total pain in the ass.
I should have brought more. Tempest Fugits. So I have 1 card, so I can do something first. So in the end, I just kind of moved these guys. They just rearranged. And that's it. Andre kept, he didn't want to burn another one out of his hand to do anything. So next turn.
They're right in the middle.
So they're half packed. There's always that one guy who packs his shit so slow. Blue leader 5. Castonius again.
When you see the barbarians on the hill building fervor, you notice how
Start packing.
Slovakius is really getting his shit together today.
Testicles. Castonius is going to cast some Stoniuses again at Syphax. 2 more hits. So roll Syphax first. That's nothing. I don't think that's anything in light armor. Is it? Probably not. Let me check. It was a shock each. So Arabio and Syphax have both taken the shock. Syphax is up to 2. Red flag. Red flag. Blue leader 6. That's Dovanji. That's my second in command here. He's not doing anything. So red. Oh, red leader 1.
Or I
So
attack. But
Andre is just going to stay put. He did roll his task roll a 5. So he's
Perfect.
1 shy. 1 shy. So that's my main man. Oh man, Vallius. We just moved up. We did a step out with our card. Step out 1 for Noble Cav. Moved our stewards up behind us. Okay.
got your flag back.
Bran,
Your
that's
2 leader.
He's just hanging out in there.
Got my number 2 leader.
Superbus.
Got your number 3 leader.
That is Coverius. That's my big blob of
They
warriors.
haven't done anything in a while.
No, they haven't. They only got 1 fervor each, so...
Actually, yeah, all they've done is come in.
Yeah. All right, we'll build fervor. And I'll burn that flag to add 1.
Oh,
6. Oh, man, I'll have to look this one up.
Nope.
So, got a lot of fervor now.
I don't
3,
know
4,
much,
4.
but I do know fervor.
Andre knows the fervor rules. He's got those down.
That's about all.
Red leader
1, 2, 3.
That's a Rabio. So you could actually you could have dropped a Rabio off, I believe, at any time that he moves. I think you can drop him off anywhere in your movement if you want. So.
What do you mean by dropping?
Or he can leave now. Like drop your foot guys. Just say get off.
Oh.
Yeah.
But we might need our foot guys.
We might. So yeah, you could. You have flags. You could actually pull a shock with a Rabio with the flag with the supernumerary, or he can get off the horses and move on his own. Rabio has pulled the shock with a flag, and he's gotten off, but he did not get a great move. He's too far to throw his javelins.
But look at this.
But he is off.
I can actually.
Are you within 9?
Aren't I?
I don't know.
Yeah, one guy.
One guy. All right, next card.
Holy shit.
He only got a 3-inch disembark.
Okay.
Red leader 4, Syphax. All right, so that's Syphax.
Okay, so javelins.
5 javelins.
3 javelins.
He did force these guys out. They pulled back into the woods here, and he's going to fire into the mob. So 1 hit. So you pulled the shock.
I pulled a shock.
Okay, with the flag.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was 1 hit. So we'll just put him on here. I'm in light armor, so that's a point of shock.
Point of shock.
Point of shock on those boys. All right.
Oh no, it is not a point of shock, Travis.
Oh, it's a reduction
Damn it,
of fervor.
man. Damn it.
See, Andre, I'm testing you. This is it's a reduction of fervor. So yeah, bring it on, javelins. Fervor for days. Okay. Red leader 5, Budar. That's your Katradi or whatever they're called here. Your Iberians. Budar. He just wheeled back. He's definitely covering the flank of these legionnaires there. Tempest Fugit. All right, so I got,
you got 2 flags.
What do I have left? Anything? 1, the 2 I can't do anything with. The 3.
You got a 3.
4 or a 4.
You're missing a 4.
Tarburnus, my levy. Yeah. Remember I was going to build fervor on him with the command, but I can't build fervor now.
Yep.
So thanks for talking me out of that, Andre.
I didn't talk you out of it. I didn't think you could do it.
Yeah, I'm already at 2. If I go above 3, I go back to 1, right? So
Hey, this is true too.
taking out at 2 is probably my best bet. Next turn.
All right. Starting off red.
Okay.
Starting off very red.
Red 5, Budar.
All right.
That's your Iberians again.
That's my Iberians. So they're
gonna your Iberians, Andre. Budar. Budar is just gonna stay put, anchor the flank. That's Lucius Tiberius Superbus. That is Syphax. So that is your Numidians again.
That'll give you 5 shots.
Syphax has moved up and he's gonna throw javelins. Not darkening the skies. You can darken the skies with 1 with Syphax, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. Well, like I said, if there's a special rule, the Numidian cavalry's got it.
Well, thank you
got
for
it all.
that. Yeah, that's a little too good to resist. Darkening the
really good.
skies. I don't quite have a flank shot, do I?
No. So you got
2 hits.
Still 2 hits. So these guys here. These guys back here.
Loss of fervor each.
No problem. That's the thing with these darn barbarians. It's so difficult to get through all their fervor when they're built up. Alright, next card. Man, I spent a lot of red this card. Oh man. Here we go again.
All red. Ooh.
Oh boy.
Blue.
Well, I forgot to mention Andre has a force morale of 11. Mine's 9. Is that 4 in a row?
No, that's only 3.
3, okay.
But it's all blue.
Oh man, the big
broke
man.
it up with the big man.
So they did finish. He only needed a 1 on 2d6. So he did finish packing his shit up, and now he's ready to start moving when next turn.
And I probably should have reorganized my formation a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, another. We gonna get some blue numbers out at any point here?
You don't need to. You just activated everything right
I
there.
I still like my officers. Come on, man. First thing I'm gonna do is just have Castonius flip around, and we're gonna fire. We're gonna do some slings into Syphax. So we can get another one. One hit. Oh, 2 hits. I'm sorry.
That other 6 was sitting out there.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Pre-position 6.
Pre-positioned. I like the way you use that. Oh,
point
but
of
you
shock.
got some shock back on me.
All right, that's fine. Okay, now Andre can do something. So you have a Rabio. I think that's it. Just a Rabio. Your javelins there. All right, Rabio's come up. He's gonna throw at these dudes. All right, a couple 6s, 3 6s.
3 6s, man.
All right. So
okay, 3 6s for you.
probably. Oh, luckily I'm in the woods, so that's only a dead and a shock. It would have been 2 dead. But I am in the woods, so I think I believe that increases my armor by 1. But who knows? We play so many games. That could be totally wrong.
But that's the story we're sticking with at the moment.
All right, hold on. No, it's we're still going here. I think you're done.
Remember, no, this is where I come over and I start pulling these again.
Oh, all my blue cards.
There's
yes.
your blue card.
Well, I'm doing it all after the tip-in. Varius's mob has wheeled. Got a really good move. Plus, we are fervoring.
Yeah. You probably could have done that wheel with just.
I could have spun all the way around twice, just for the hell of it.
Hey, look at the dancing kilts.
All right, we're gonna throw javelins at these guys here. So it's 10 for both, and needing 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. So I guess 2 each. So start with Syphax.
To each his own.
Come on, kill 1. No, man, nothing.
That's a
point of shock. Yeah,
point of shock.
Light armor. I'll take it. He's up to 3 shock now, so he's not good for a
other
super barbarian.
boys.
So
A point of shock.
So nothing but shock. So that was my second card. Oh, I wheeled these guys as well. So they just kind of all spun around. So the last thing I have is them. They can't really do anything. That's it then. So we'll go ahead and go on to the next turn.
We've played this game before.
Yeah. Oh man, hey, look, a blue card.
Hey, look, we're starting blue.
Hey, it's Castonius.
It's a blue turn.
Castonius. So I guess since I'm firing through the woods, you would get a bonus to your cover, wouldn't you?
I'll take it.
All right. I guess we'll just sling at the these guys. 5 shots. Into a Rabio. 2 hits. Then you get +1 on your armor. So yeah, that's nothing.
It was nothing anyway.
Nothing anyway.
It was nothing to begin with. Less than nothing.
Ah, hey, it's Farquadius. So Farquadius has moved his whole group. They're just moved back this way, and he's just going to keep facing me. So it's pretty much up to my noble cavalry to get these guys turned around. But I'm going to have to disengage from this skirmish fight over here and get my big mob. I'm just going to have to ignore those guys. You throw javelins, you throw javelins. Oh, what the hell? Okay, Tempest Fugit.
And there it is.
All right.
You've got 1.
I do have 1, and I'm actually thinking about doing a charge with these guys or something. Yeah, running up.
Why?
Just to get you moving. Make some room for myself so I can start maneuvering. Or I could just...
I was going to say, I just automatically get out of the way whether you charge me or just start moving, so...
Well, I know. And you get to throw free javelins at me, too.
Oh.
On the way out.
Shit.
Yeah.
God, those guys are too good.
They're insane. Unlimited ammo. You know, yeah, they're really good. Anyway, yeah, I'm not going to do anything.
You sure?
Yeah.
If you're going to catch up to me, you're going to have to be moving at some point.
Why, so I could just take javelins to the face the whole way?
Well, you're going to take javelins to the face whenever you do it, whether you do it now or later.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll just, how about we wheel? All right, we're going to wheel. We got to start going back this way now.
Okay, so wheeling back on the same pivot.
I guess 3. I did burn my last card, and I just wheeled these guys. I didn't actually get closer to them, so I did lose a fervor each. But yeah, we're gonna have to start. We're just gonna have to ignore them. I'm just gonna have to take javelins the whole way. But whatever. I kind of messed up. I was supposed to have these guys over here to do the deal with that flank, and then send my main force up. But I got them backwards. I don't know if I'm going to be able to straighten them out at this point. It's going to take a hell of a lot of cards to actually switch places with these guys.
Well, I gotta tell you right off, Travis, keeping a mob organized it's tricky.
Oh, 2 mobs.
1 mob is tricky. 2 mobs, good luck.
2 mob. Hey, blue flag. All right. Oh boy.
Red flag.
That time.
Blue flag. No.
That's just my dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bran.
it's
Yep. Oh, it's your
Mr.
main
Man.
man.
Mr. Man.
Farquadius says, I ordered everyone back. He did roll a lower roll for movement for them. So there's a gap starting to form. I'm hoping there's a gap that I can do something.
It's not started to form, it has formed.
It's formed, yeah. He only moved 3 with the main guys, and everyone else kind of moved further. So it's that blue leader 4?
Blue 4.
Tarburn, my levy. So they're going to have to obviously start moving up. So Tarburnus has made it out. They moved out uncontrolled out of the woods. They're faster that way. Who is that? 3? Oh, my main mob here. Okay. So I've moved the uncontrolled mob. He's going to throw his javelins. But you have to evade if you do that. You can't just stay there and throw javelins. Yeah. Okay. So he's going to throw javelins at them.
I'm down to 4.
Okay.
But I did get 2 hits.
Okay, so it'll be on the this group here, since they're the ones that rolled up past them. Point of shock. Or no, they're going to be fervor free. And then you have to go 2d6 plus 6 that direction. All right. So he wound up over there. We're really trying to do the rules, movement rules properly this time, and it's turning out to be a lot different game. Before we were kind of cavalier with the movement rules a little bit before.
Yeah, it's this is turning out to be a whole different thing, and I think it is worse for Travis than it is for me.
Yeah, well, yeah, Romans can go.
My skirmishers are a little bit hosed up, but the way I was moving my mobs before. Yeah, it was.
We weren't doing it right.
Yeah.
Superbus. He's just hanging. Dovanji. Oh, hey, Dovanji. He is now in control of his own. So is he in control of these guys now that he's just with them?
No.
Or is he still in control of the mob?
They're still in contact because they're all 12 inch.
That's right. So they're still
a mob.
Uncontrolled mob.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then. Next card.
Ooh, got a pile of flags there, or signets.
One more and I can activate. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
All right.
And
come on, I need blue leader 1, man.
Red 3.
Red 3, Arabio. That's your foot.
My foot dudes.
Over there. They just moved up, and they're gonna fire their javelins into those guys from behind. So you're getting
all 6 of them.
6 shots.
Yeah, just 1 shot.
I think so, yeah.
Hey!
You got a hit. And so that drops them down to no armor now.
That'll be a shock.
Point of shock. And they actually take a shock, damn it.
I got it.
Oh, man. So I have to remove the shock before I can start building fervor, right?
Again, yes.
Okay, luckily I got my big man there. Or not my big man, but the second big man.
The Europe barbarians, they're all big men.
Yeah. Budar. You already activated them.
Okay. They'll pull shock.
Tempest Fugitive. Okay, so here we go again. I got 4 flags to do stuff with. These guys are going to have to do something. And I'll figure it out. Vallius and his men have they moved up. I'll use another flag to move the stewards up. The last thing I have is Castonius. He's going to sling at Arabio from behind. Didn't get a single one. Yeah, nothing.
Alrighty.
So next turn we go. Next turn. Oh man, I forgot to look at my. I should look at my infamy card. I could have used that thing by now. I forgot what it even is. That's 3 in a row. No, not 4 in a row. Blue leader 4, Tarburnus, my levy again. Oh, Tarburnus used both of his. He's level 2. He did the 2 me command, and he's reformed the levy.
Reform the levy.
Which means they would probably drop another one, right? Since they didn't really move forward. So they're going to be down to 1.
Well, the one group, half his group moved closer.
You move more sideways. It's fine. I'll just drop one. All right. So would you pull another flag?
Yeah, another flag and your man
Vallius. So I am going to use the blue one, Vallius, and I'm going to charge the Iberians. I think this is my only chance to actually get these guys. So if I can plow through them, these guys actually fight. They're legion. They don't look like it, but they are. So I have to get through them, and I have to consolidate in them and fight again, and then beat them. And if not, then I'm going to be totally screwed because they're just going to turn around and just obliterate me. And then it's game. So this is pretty much game either way. So I did make the roll. So we're going to come in, and we'll count up the dice. All right, here we go. Vallius is coming in. We're going to throw our javelins, so 5 each, all into the Iberians.
5 each?
5 each.
So
No, 3 each. Wait.
Oh, I'm really not clear how you came up with 5. Can you?
I think I'm thinking of my 10-man mob. 10-man mobs. All right,
Okay.
3 each. 1 hit. All right, come on, give me something. KIA.
And I'm going to put it on these guys.
Okay. Point and shot.
Another shot.
All right, now we're going to do some fighting. All right, here we go. So Andres is going to have like 13 dice. Still not bad. And I'm going to have like 27. Here we go. All right. You got a lot of 6s.
Got a lot of 6s.
Man,
5, 6.
5 6s. Holy crap.
Oh, is that a 5 or a 6?
I'll just reroll it.
Oh, that's one of
It's
your
a 6.
dice.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
I
had
want
two,
that one.
I had 2 white dice, yeah. All right, so that's it. So now we will roll our
Start with
saves.
Andres.
So here he goes. His light armor.
And
He loses 4 dudes. How many 5s did you have? 6?
1.
No, 6s, I mean?
5.
All right, I need 5s or 6s because I'm in medium armor. So come on, give me some. Give me some. I got 2.
Save 2 of them.
So I lost 3. We'll total this up. So in the end, I beat him. I did lose 2 guys, but Vallius was severely wounded. He's down to a level 1. I dropped 1 on my force morale for that. Andre dropped 2 on his force morale. His leader was killed because he dropped 2. He was only a level 1. He dropped 2, so he's dead. He fell back, so he dropped 2 on force morale for that. So he's down to 9. And I followed through with my cavalry, and we're going to contact the engineers. So we'll count these up. All right, here we go. So I'm at 21. In the book, it says they're an engineering party, and if you look at the engineers in the book, the Roman engineers are basically just Roman. They're the same. There's no difference.
No, they're in medium armor, not heavy armor.
That's true. They are. Okay, so you're in medium armor then.
Well,
But it seems odd that
they're not going to be out there surveying in medium armor. I mean,
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, I guess they would. Yeah. But at the same time, when Andre and I were saying, if they were actually that good, why would they run? They would just join
if
the
they
line
were
and start
drilled
fighting.
troops, yeah,
It's like, hey, get over here, guys. We got to.
they'd be a hell of a lot safer joining the line than
So it seems
out
weird
here
that-
trying to run away.
It just seems odd that that they would be so good fighting at the same time they would be trying to run off the board. So we're going to kind of say they're not great fighters, but they can defend themselves. If
Actually,
attacked.
that would have made it impossible for you to win if they had. If I was operating as drilled troops, they would just form this
Yeah.
line,
Join
and you'd have to crack. Yeah. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Enough silliness. Okay, how good is it? Oh, that looks pretty damn good.
Well, I see 4. Yeah, that's really good. 5. Yeah, they're in trouble. Holy crap!
So, since they're drilled, I could go into square.
With one group.
Form a square, guys!
Yeah, we're gonna say they don't have pilums either. They were working, and man, I guess they could have picked their pilums up and ran off. So you should only get what, 6?
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't get all of these?
I don't think so. I think you just get 6.
Okay.
You don't have a leader. It's just 6 guys with surveying equipment.
Beating you with survey tools. And, whoo, I got a
one.
kill.
So let's see if we can beat that. Yeah, we block it. So we're going to take
Nice.
2 shock, and you're going to have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 saves.
5 saves is all.
That's all.
That's all. There's
Hey, you got one.
I got 1.
So 5 die, yeah.
4 die.
4 die, and you took well, a lot of shock
8, 10, 12 shock
on one guy.
on. So I had 6 guys, so 2 guys left. So 12 shock. So they run off.
Break, yeah, I guess.
Well,
So I guess that's it. So we'll come back and wrap it up. So in the end, we're saying that Vallius has made it and destroyed the surveying team. So we had a lot of questions, mainly about, well, we always had a lot of questions with this. It's a very complex game, and if you don't play it a lot, it makes it hard. So we're going to try to start playing this at least every other week for a little while, just till we can get it down. It's got a lot of moving parts. There's a lot to it, and if you take a couple week break, you miss a lot of stuff. But the main thing was the engineering party. Are they the regular engineers from the book, where they actually can fight and they have medium armor and they're actually badass and drill and everything? And if that is the case, why are they running off? Why wouldn't they just join with the group and fight?
Since they did have drill, I should have just formed them up, and it's like, okay, I got a group of 6 more dudes in the back of this.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll just we'll do this.
Yeah. Suddenly they're just part of the square. So
Come get me.
We made a little compromise where they're in light armor. They can still fight, but they're not total pushovers. But they're not almost equivalent to actual legionnaires either. Since they are out here just in their shirt sleeves surveying. And they had these guys to protect them. So we're going to say that we won. That was my only chance, like Andre and I were saying, because I was actually debating charging these guys, but then Andre reminded me he could just use some drill, and boom, I'm charging into the teeth.
A solid wall that you're just going to go thud.
Yeah. And my best bet was to get here, clear those guys off, follow up into the engineers, take them out. So it was Andre actually... it's a little bit weird playing in Roman territory on this mission.
Yes, it is.
Because when the Romans know exactly where the barbarians are coming from, that's a huge advantage to them. They can, in this case, as Andre was doing, he was just going to back up the whole way and go off the board. So my only hope was really to do something with these guys, and I did. But him knowing that I was over here, I mean, even if I started charging up against these guys,
if you crashed all 5 of those units into my 3, you would probably lose.
Probably, but I wouldn't. Yeah, it would have been tough.
Yeah.
So I think this is another mission similar to the the patrol, where you have to do visit the 4 different terrain features. I think
it doesn't make sense unless you're in barbarian territory,
right.
Really.
And I think that came up in the FAQ even, where it's like, well, how do you play this if you're in Roman territory? And I think the end result was you only had to visit the 4. You didn't have to get the enemy deployment. And that's where, when we played that mission, remember, that was when I was on
That would have simplified things a little.
We actually won that game.
I know.
You were able to destroy the square of Romans
up on the hilltop in the woods.
Yeah, that was tough, but you did do it.
But oh god, it was, well, I was using my cheaty rules, but now that we know that.
But I think that this is another mission that maybe should be played in barbarian territory. Because if I didn't have those guys, I never would have been able to catch up to them. And if I only had maybe one group, it would have been a lot harder for me. If it would have been a lot more interesting and easier for the barbarians to have a bunch of ambush points scattered all over the board,
and that I had to worry about.
Then the Romans would be really worried. Like, okay, which way am I going to go?
If you had dudes that were popping out of here,
you would have been.
It would have been a little different.
Yeah. Then, like you said, that you were saying that you might just plow straight ahead. I thought that was a good idea until I realized that you were kind of doing the leapfrog back and hiding behind these guys, and I had no way to crack it from the front. Unless the cards like really came out in my favor, I never would have caught up with these guys.
And even if you did, you couldn't have cracked that Roman wall. We
Yeah.
both know how badass that is.
Yeah.
The only reason I didn't just go off that direction was these guys are too fast, and I'd have had to have squared up or something to protect the dudes. This was really the only thing I was afraid of.
Yeah. They're really good.
Everything else on the board, having played and crashed it into the Roman Legion, they really aren't. They're not real effective. These guys can do some damage, but you know, if you'd have been hitting the regular Legion, you'd have had to been hitting them with these on one side, and
Oh yeah, it would have been a
yeah,
full-on.
you basically got to surround them and hit them from all sides,
and
which is
throw a bunch of javelins.
well, that's also the only way I finally took you out on that hilltop in the square. Was I was hitting you from 3 different sides for
With a bunch
10
of
turns.
javelins. With a lot of javelins. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's what. Yeah. I mean, if the Romans ever square up, they're hard to crack. But if you got 5 groups with 3 javelins each, that's a lot of javelins going in.
yeah.
And these guys could even come back and reload if they
Reload.
wanted to.
Yep.
I still had to worry about the Numidians. They were kind of a thorn on my side. Like I said, I was in my head. I wanted to have my if they wound up on my flank like I knew they were going to, and they did. I was going to use my levy to just keep them occupied and just
Right.
whatever. I'll take some, and then I was going to use these 3 in my cav to try to get to the engineers.
And I was perfectly happy to have the Numidians tie up your 3 main groups.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
Hell yeah.
oh, sweet.
Well, that's why eventually I was like,
Go
okay,
ahead, wipe them out.
I'm going to have to ignore the Numidians. Yeah, I'll take some casualties and some shock maybe, but I just have to not worry about them because I need to get over there. But
Well, they got a slow start, and then you thought about messing with me, and they just really needed to haul ass across the board. And
yeah,
with the Numidians there whittling down your fervor, it was just tough to pull off because
well, also they were. Well, my plan was these guys were going to lock down this side, my 3. The cavalry was going to go. You couldn't send everyone both directions.
right,
And once you committed to going that way is when I started moving.
yeah,
But I was content to sit here and build fervor for a little while, and just if you came by, yeah, I'll take some javelins the whole time. But if I have fervor, I'll lose a guy now and then. Might lose some fervor, but yeah, I think now that I remember, the only reason I came out was because you started moving.
yeah.
If you would have stayed still, I would have just sat here and threw javelins, or just took the javelins and made you walk by me, which you never did. So anyway, yeah,
Well, it would have been more interesting if I went that way, but
Oh, it would have been a big fight for
it
sure.
would have been yeah.
Yeah, so we got the engineers. We killed their survey party. So no roads through this part of Gaul, even though it's your territory. You're not building roads in your territory, Andre. Every time I see an engineer come out, I'm sending my boys out. We're going to kill them, and there'll never be a road through our lands or
Okay,
your lands, that are our old lands that you stole.
Gee gosh darn, we don't get to improve the lands of the barbarians.
No, damn it. We like it wild. Just, the roads, all that does is allow your guys to move faster between points.
Well,
I don't want you doing that.
That's why Romans like their roads.
I want you to be slow. So, anyway, yeah, it was a quick game tonight. And like I said, I apologize for any rules we got wrong. This is a very complex game, and if you don't play it all the time, rules slip quite easily, especially newer games like this. But I think after maybe a few more months of playing, maybe 4 or 5 more games, we might be okay. Who knows? We're still not fully up to speed on Chain of Command after 5 years. Anyway, that was a good game. The Barbarians won. We killed the engineering party. And with that, we're going to go ahead and call it. So check out our Patreon page. We're about to start a new zombie campaign on that for Chain of Command for patrons. And we just have hobby updates, stuff that we're working on behind the scenes here. We also have a Facebook group as well. Check that out. And with that, we'll go ahead and say goodbye. And thanks for watching, and see you next time.